As you move from Route Manager Series 7.5 or earlier to V8, one of the big changes is with the handheld software. Presently, as you start up your application each day, you have a Mango Mobile icon that looks like this. As you move forward, you have a different icon. It's an orange truck with a black bed on it here that I'll touch. And as you do that, you'll notice that it brings you into a very similar screen that what you're used to with the login screen. So here, for example, everything's the same. You do have the option of touching the password and then putting in the double arrows, at which time it'll bring you to the main menu. As you can imagine, this looks very similar to what you have, only everything is a slightly different color. One thing that is different from a setup point of view, if you like, you now have the ability to change the language on the handheld. So not only English, but we currently have it available in French, Dutch, as well as Spanish. Now, let's go ahead and just look at a few of the things in a little bit more detail. As you go to the top right-hand corner, this is your load, unload menu that you're already used to. However, it's in different colors. If you come down here to the gear, that allows you to do the transfers. One thing you'll notice if you go into the setup area is that there is a slightly different screen here because you have the ability, and it's required with V8, to put in a user. Now here the username is the word user, but you may have something different for your particular system. As you migrate, you need to unload the version 7 from your handheld and put on version 8. We make this easy because as you come to this screen, you can click on the scan button and now you can scan the QR code that you'll be given that already has all the parameters together. So if you do that, as soon as you scan the QR code, it will bring up this screen with all of the information filled in. As you come here, you can simply save this information, and now you're ready to download your route. You have the same menu, including the green arrow, so when you want to download a route, simply click on that, and then you have the exact same parameters that you had before, where you can change the date or the route number. In addition, as you go back a menu, if you're doing your morning load, the colors of the individuals are a little bit different, but you still have the driver load, checker load, verify, vehicle inspection, etc. Almost all of the items are exactly the same as what you had before. Once the load is entered and confirmed, then you can go to the main screen. Let's come over here to the Mango menu, and over here in the top left-hand corner, just like you're used to, you'll have all of the stops that you need to do today. Now, over here on the right side, this is a particular thing for propane. You'll notice it comes up and says that this tank is 0% full. This one you'll notice says 100% full, which is a little bit unusual, but more importantly is the fact that it's a green circle with 100. And if you notice above it, there is like a little antenna. This means that that particular customer's tank is connected to our remote tank monitoring system so that electronic data is fed to that every night, or more often if you want. But the point is that it is an actual reading based upon this outside data. If you don't have that, then this means it's being calculated. It's being calculated based off of usage, temperature, and a bunch of other things. So once again, the extra antenna just means that it is an actual recording, actual observation. Now, if we want to go to the Goodwill, for example, and make a delivery, pop-up messages, the same, colors a little bit different, but the quick entry screen is essentially the same. There are a few little things that are different, but you will not have a hard time transitioning where the items here are 99% what you're used to. Even down here under information, if you've been taking pictures, for example, you'll have the 4 pictures here, just with a slightly different graphic. Likewise, if you're to skip a stop, same type of thing. So we'll just go ahead and sell a couple of cylinders here, continue button in the lower right-hand corner, and then your confirmed sales screen. Of course, that can be different depending upon how you have it set up. Likewise, copies to print, etc. all the same that you're used to. So making the initial transition is not going to be difficult. Now, of course, over a period of time, you may want to learn some additional functions and new features that have been added, but here, for example, is saying to take a photo. We don't need that. And so as you come to the next stop, for example, kind of got off my track here, it's going to show that that goodwill was serviced just like what you're used to. Of course, the colors could be different. Likewise, one thing we want to show you is the off-route menu. Here, not only have we new graphics, but we've also included words to indicate what that means. So this button here, the icon, the man with two little dots out here, is near me, on my way home, etc. So this actually makes it a little bit easier. And once again, if you are running in Spanish, that would come up in that language. The last thing we want to show you is at the end of the day, same type of thing. Here's your unload and all the various steps that which you're used to. So the bottom line is, yes, there are differences, but you can quickly start up with the new software, take advantage of what you know. We'll be sending out a bulletin to you so you can take advantage of those new features so you can get even greater utility from the software. Welcome to V8.